Packmare booth, and you see their logo there, and we have a young lady named Ashley Hogan. Ashley Baker Hogan, I believe that's correct. And she's going to show us they have a new grip for the Glock. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. This is our new grip for the Glock. There are several advantages to this grip. First of all, anybody who handles a Glock, the main selling features are the thinness of it is easy to conceal and also easy to compact as far as holster. Here we have it, it slips right on. Okay, really grips it well, allows you, even with the rain, to hold on to it. But it's not only for the Glock. You can use it for other different models, such as the 6906. You can use it for the 3913. We expect really good results with this gun grip. Then we have over here, we have our other new one, which is the Taurus PT 99 Decocker.
Okay. Let's get a good look, because a lot of our viewers own Taurus handguns. I want to get a close-up of that if I can. Great. Which looks really good, okay.
Okay. And another one that we expect great results from is for the Colt 45, the gripper, and hand grips. Expect some excellent results with that. And then another addition to our line is Packmare decelerator grips, which is made out of the same decelerator material for big bore handguns. And this will reduce recoil dramatically, and we're making it for a number of different frames.
Now this is made out of a special recoil reducing material. Okay. Now is this, when are you going to start, is this already being sold?
Yes, it is. All of these products are available for immediate delivery.
As we speak, okay, great. Well, show us your Dominator pistol over there, if you would. Is that what that?
Yes, this is the Dominator pistol. This is built on a 45 frame, and here it is with the scope. And I believe this is a 35 Remington. This still continues to be one of our best-selling items.
Well, that's great. That is such a remarkable looking. We've heard nothing but good reports on those guns. In fact, we'd like one to test on our show, so maybe we can borrow one from you at some point.
Okay, great. We'd like to let you test it out.
Well, Ashley, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Johnny.
About 5 or 6% of the exhibitors within sight from the camera shot show. You cannot conceive unless you've been here just what a gigantic sporting outdoor hunting equipment program this really is. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're over here at the G96 Products booth with Mr. and Mrs. Alan Goldman. And I was just bragging to Kurt, saying they have the best smelling gun lubricant that I'm aware of. And you can, in fact, I have used this. This is the one that my wife does not complain about me using in the house. So, sir, why don't you tell us a story on just how you got in the gun oil business?
I got in the gun oil business about 30 years ago. I am the chemist and technical director of the former company, used to be called Jet Air Corporation. As of last January '92, I became owner of the company, and I've been working with these products for over 30 years. That's how I got started.
Well, I can give testimony that they are excellent products, and we're glad to see you folks here at the 93 SHOT Show, and wish you a lot of good success. And you'll see old G96 on our program from time to time.
Terrific, I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you very much.
Certainly, if you do have a toll-free number, you do. Well, here we are at Martin's Safety First, and this is Billy Martin, and he's going to tell us they have a very unique product that they're introducing. So, Billy, why don't you tell us about your product here?
What we've got is a hunter safety cap that has got a light emitting diode system in it that you can turn on and off while you're going in and out of the woods before sunrise and after sunset. When your hunter's orange is not effective, or if you're one that wears camo, but you still want to be identified as not a moving target, but as a man. These caps have a light emitting diode system in it. It weighs 1 ounce. Batteries are replaceable.
Well, that's one thing that I'm impressed with. They don't seem to be bulky or heavy.
Right. So, that's right. We designed them. We spent about a month designing the right light system for them. And
Now, how long will that one battery last?
this battery system that's in here, it runs off of 4 batteries. It'll last average 16 hours.
Oh my!
Should last a man average deer season, full season.
Well, that's great. So you don't have to worry about it going out on the way back to your truck.
That's right. You're looking
Okay.
at 16 hours. In an emergency case, if you got lost, really, you can turn them on, use them as an aid to try and someone spot you to get out of the woods, and it'll last 16 hours.
Well, how can our folks, if they're interested in buying one of these, how can they get in touch with you? Or you're going to have these on sale in sporting goods shops? What?
Right. We're trying to, that's what we're here at SHOT Show for, is trying to make contact with some distributors, dealers. So for the time being, they can call us at an 800 number, and we'll ship them out to them UPS or through the mail.
What do these cost? What are they going to retail for?
They'll retail for $14.95 to $17.95, depending on the style.
Fair price. Very, very reasonable. So give us your 800 number there.
Okay, the number is 1-800-241-8714.
All right, repeat that one more time.
1-800-241-8714. That's in Mendenhall, Mississippi.
Well, Billy, thanks so much for visiting with us, and we certainly wish you folks a lot of good success with a very unique concept, and one that I think has merit, and I'm sure that a lot of our viewers will think so too.
Johnny, we appreciate it. And we're just trying to get them out there and help prevent some hunting.
You can whip it on me and let me know when. I'll get right to it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the Hunt All Enterprises booth here at the SHOT Show, and we have a young man named Rich. In fact,
Show you
Rich,
the all-season tri-toe.
and he's going to show
Simple and
us.
easy to use your guns. You just pick up your guns and shoot it. It's that quick
Okay.
and that simple. You
Now
just
then.
hang your gun up. The object is to take the weight off the quick shot action hook and then just pick your gun up. It's that simple. If you'd like to carry your gun in a different position, all you do is take your hook off, then you put it down, drop your barrel down, and then you're in a comfortable
What does
position.
that mean?
When you get into camp, you want to make sure your rifle barrel is in a safe position. You just bring your hook up. That's all it takes. When you want to secure your gun, you just take the securing loop and secure your gun. It's that simple. Keep your gun secure. If you like to carry your gun the way you do in over an arm position, like this here in the woods, you don't have to use your hands at all. You just take the gun, place it on the pod, put the butt up under your armpit, and your hands free. It's the only gun carrier, bow carrier, and fishing rod carrier made. There's nothing attached to any of your equipment. You don't need no holes drilled in your stocks, nothing. No swings, no swivels. Any gun you want, you just go to your gun cabinet, grab a gun, and hang it up. That's all it takes to use it. You put your barrel in a position that's comfortable for you. All you do, pick it up. You want your gun barrel up in the air, you got a dove shoot, sporting clays, skeet range. The barrel is safe. You pick your gun up to shoot it. There's never any weight in your arms or in your hands. The all-season tri-toed carries them all. Guns, fishing rods. You want over and under? It's just simple. Carry your over and under at the sporting clay range. That's all it takes. You want to secure your gun? You can walk all day long at your sporting clay range. Put your gun in an open position. Everybody knows you're safe. You want to go fishing? I got a good man here helping me. Want to go fishing? You just hang your fishing rod up. Secure it. You got both hands to use for your bait, plugs, tie on leaders, flies, your hooks, whatever you got. Very simple, very easy, easily adjustable, fits anybody. That's all it takes. Carries bows, carries fishing rods. Want to use your bow? All you do is take it, turn it around. Simple as that. Buck it down, take your bow, hang your bow up on it. That's all it takes. It's that simple.
Well, sir, it's a very unique concept, and I'll tell you what, where can we going to be shipping this?
It's a unique product because one product does it all. That's what makes it unique.
Where are you
It's
going to have these on
suspension system.
sale?
I can't hear you.
Where are you going to have these on sale?
Well, they're going to be on sale in the distributors and stores all over the country after this show because everybody's picking them up to sell.
Okay.
We're from up in Connecticut right now, but they'll be all over the place now.
Well, Rich, I tell you what, it's good to visit with you, and we're sure gonna.
Well, I appreciate it.
I think a lot of our people will be interested in your new product. We sure wish you a lot of luck.
Thank you very much.
And we came back by the gun sight booth today, and unfortunately I don't see Colonel Cooper at the moment. But here is the operations manager, Bill Jeans, talking with producer Kirk Vickers from our show. And they're such nice people. And we want to do a piece going through the gun sight in the near future if we can possibly find the time. And that's something I'm certainly looking forward to, and you are too. Becky, don't be nervous because you're only going to be in front of 1 million people. This is 3, 2, 1. This is Becky Kirby. She is at the Hot Hands booth, and they have something that I think a lot of us as hunters and, for that matter, cold weather fishermen will find interesting. Becky, tell us what about the Hot Hands product there, please.
This little pouch will keep you warm all winter. When you open it up, all you have to do is shake it up a little bit, the air hits it, and that's what activates it. And it'll stay hot for over 18 hours.
And one thing, is it fairly inexpensive to buy?
Yes, they're about $1 a pair.
Oh my, well, that's great.
So you can, compared to what it costs to hunt, you can be out in the winter all winter long and stay warm.
And keep your trigger finger in operation. That's great. Well, how can our viewers find your product?
Well, you can find it at dealers, by the cash register.
Most major sporting goods
you can find it in many of the mass merchants. You can find it
all over the U.S. of A.
All over the United States.
Well, we appreciate you talking to us and telling us about Hot Hands, and we certainly wish you folks a lot of good luck.
Thank you. It's been a great show.
Hit it. 3, 2, 1. Well, here we are at the A-Square booth, and of course, you folks know how I personally feel toward the A-Square company. They build some of the finest heavy game rifles in the world. Of course, at last year's SHOT Show, we featured Elaine Alpin, and hopefully we're going to run Art down a little later on today. Of course, he's a very popular feature on our program. And we have some folks here. We're just there. There's Elaine, right there. And this is Kit Jansen. This is, in fact, this is the other Jansen in the family right here, and we'll get to that. Just David Jansen. You're a famous person. You forgot that, right? You forgot to tell me that. And of course, this is Gary Minton, and he's with the A-Square Company, and they're doing some really neat things now with brass. And let me get back where we can see him well there. So, Gary, tell us. In fact, give us a rundown on your brass project here.
Okay. I'm the material science engineer for A-Square. I'm responsible for making the cartridge cases, and we use the deep draw process in-house. And I want to give you a rundown of what the cartridge case production is. We essentially start from a sheet of brass that we buy on coil from a mill, and we punch out little quants of brass.
All right, let me, because you know, most of our audience has no concept of how a cartridge case is formed. So let me get a close-up of that. Now, you're saying that it starts from that brass disc.
Yes. And of course, depending on the case, the disc will vary in size.
Okay, great.
Okay. For instance, what I'm showing you is this is for a 600 nitro.
Okay.
So we first stamp out a disc. Then the next thing we do is we form it into a cup.
Okay.
Then we begin a series of redrawing processes where we take it, and what we're doing is making the draws taller and the inside thickness is thinner. And we start off with a particular cartridge case with the idea of a particular cartridge case, and we want to draw the brass to have the proper thicknesses in the neck and the base of the body with the proper web thickness.
Of course, this is one of the reasons that brass is used for cartridge cases. It is rather easily formed into the proper size. Of course, it also has some elasticity. Am I correct?
Right. One of the things we do, yes, brass is one of the easiest materials to be drawn and stretch out with the properties. And I'm showing you here is the various draw sequences.
Stages of
Here.
manufacture.
And you notice they're just getting taller, a little smaller in diameter, and the body's getting thinner. The walls of the case. So here, in this particular case, this is the last redraw. We've already trimmed the top off to a certain length to have a square edge. Then we begin doing the particular other operations. For instance, we start from this, we begin to put the heads down onto the case. Then we turn it, proper with the extractor groove, we flash hole it, then we would neck and nail it and neck it down to the final product.
Well, that's great. Well, sir, you know, a lot of people are going to enjoy actually seeing the actual stages of making a cartridge case.
Okay. This is the 600 Nitro, but I also want to show what we're doing with Dave. We also do a very similar thing for a 6mm PPC.
As we said earlier, talk about one extreme to another.
Correct.
But the new 6mm is based on the 7.6239 Russian case, am I correct?
220 Russian.
The 220 Russian, which is a bench rest cartridge combination. So this is a new departure for A-Square.
This is the first time A-Square has chosen to undertake this project, and I've been working with Art for approximately a year. In fact, it was at the show last year that we talked about it. And it's been frustrating to get the thing through to fruition, but we're here. It's aimed mainly at the bench rest community. However, target shooters, varmint hunters, anybody interested in extreme rifle accuracy will be interested in this case.
And now you will be offering this product through A-Square, is that correct?
I'm distributing it on my own with my wife.
Okay.
A-Square is producing the caliber.
They're producing, okay.
Yes.
We're producing.
Well, now how can people get in touch and purchase your case now?
Okay, we advertise in the Varmint Hunter, which is a fine magazine, NBRSA News, which is a precision bench rest magazine, and also Precision Shooting. And if that all fails, we live in Plumpton, Mass, and you can just drop us a line there, Dave and Kit Jansen.
Okay, well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
We are working on a long-range bench rest caliber that probably will drop the other ones, but he might be bigger, but we're longer.
Oh.
Thanks, Johnny.
Thanks so much. Gary, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And we're darn sure going to let people know and help and do what we can to increase you folks' business because you deserve it. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome.
Now, friends, we do have a rare treat, and Art Alpin at the SHOT Show is one of the hardest people to catch because he's one of the busiest people here. So many companies are soliciting his time for information or advice, and we're just fortunate that we did catch him here at the booth. So, Art, what are you going to show us there?
Well, thank you, Johnny. I've got a couple things here. We've got some of our rifles on this rack, and we've also got some new cartridge developments, some very exciting cartridge developments that I think will appeal to a wide variety of your listeners. Let me talk about the cartridges first, if I might. Over the last few months, we have significantly expanded our cartridge case making capacity. We can now make cartridges for a wide variety of black powder single shots, bench rest cartridges, and all sorts of other cartridge cases beyond those normally offered by the A-Square company. Among these is the 6mm PPC. This is the special bench rest cartridge used by the bench rest shooters throughout the United States. We specifically duplicated in this cartridge case the capacity of the original PPC bench rest cartridge cases, and this is now available through Classic Brass in Massachusetts. We also saw a need for a high-velocity 7mm cartridge, and Lane Simpson from Shooting Times magazine had done some excellent work in the original design and the promotion of the 7mm Shooting Times Western. This cartridge offers significantly enhanced velocity above the 7mm Remington or the 7mm Weatherby. There are a lot of rifles being made for this cartridge, but up until now, the ammunition was purely a Wildcat hand loader sort of thing. We've now standardized the cartridge and are making the brass and the ammunition at A Square. The last new development we've had is called the 416R Chapuis. This is a new type of cartridge that we designed specifically for the Chapuis company in France. They make double rifles, and this cartridge duplicates the ballistics of the 416 Remington, but does it at 20,000 pounds per square inch less of pressure, thereby making this cartridge suitable for a double rifle, whereas the 416 Remington is not. Those are our three new cartridge developments for this year. We have chambered some of these, like the 7mm Remington, in our rifles, and we continue to offer our full line of rifles, the Hannibal and Caesar model, in a wide variety of calibers. And Johnny, you had mentioned one of the big ones. We've got here on the top 500 A Square with the scope mounted in the forward position on a quick disconnect unit, and our calibers run all the way down from the 500 A Square through the 416s, 375s, 338s, and 300s, and 7mm STW. We also make rifles.
Well, sir, we're so glad to be here and visit with you folks here today. The reports that we have gotten, and you know, we do hear from our viewers, and some of our viewers in Alaska are very ardent supporters of yours and these big rifles, and we have heard the absolute superlative comments on the accuracy and the function of your A Square rifles. So you know, we're in your corner. We're going to do everything we can for the A Square company, and we do appreciate your support and help on our show.
Thank you very much for dropping by today, Johnny. It's been a pleasure to talk with you.
Well, and friends, you recognize these good folks here at Clark Custom Guns, Inc.
Are your feet hurt yet?
Yes, they do. Thank you very much. We have Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Miculek there. And here Jim Jr. And I don't have to say anything about just what we've heard from these folks here. They've been such a huge help on the entire project. And besides making some of the absolute finest custom guns that are available anywhere in the class. And of course, here's Jim Clark Jr. and he's holding a publication that let's zoom in on the front sight. And my gosh, there he is again. How about Jim Clark Jr., 1992 three-gun champion? So you folks, of course, going to be seeing Jim do some segments for us on shooting the three-gun discipline. So we look forward to that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bruce Bell with Olympic and one of our good friends, but we also have Brian Shoots over here, and he has that fantastic looking pistol. Tell us about it, Brian.
Well, all it is the recoil system is removed off the back, and I put it up on top here. So now we can shorten the whole system. It still runs gas operated, and it's shooting 223, and it will also shoot in 7.62 by 39, and we'll be working on other calibers later. So we have just about anything you want to do with it now.
We were by yesterday, and of course, got a little rundown on it, and that looks like a fun gun. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are in the Wesson Arms booth, home of the Dan Wesson revolver. And this is Bob Talbot. Now, he's an engineer with Wesson, and he's going to tell us they really have some exciting new products. So, especially this new fixed barrel gun, a very reasonably priced revolver. But Bob, tell us about this gun.
Well, it's interesting and it's exciting what we're doing. The fixed barrel gun is basically a new product based on things that we do every day. The fixed barrel gun is designed with all the same features as the interchangeable line, except for those people that wanted a gun that they wanted one barrel length. They weren't concerned about
interchangeability
of what go to a scope or anything like that, and they've heard good things about Wesson accuracy, but they didn't want the hassle of interchangeable guns. What we've done is we've devised a way to still use the barrel intention to minimize barrel whip and still go with the two-piece assembly. What we have, if you take a look at a conventional gun that's only retained on one end, when you shoot the gun, the barrel's going to whip.
Right.
So what we've done on our interchangeable models is it has a spanner nut in the front, so you actually have the barrel in tension,
Right.
so it minimizes that whip. What we've done here is the same thing, except it's not interchangeable. It's still a two-piece arrangement and fixed. So the other thing that's unique about this is when we make this assembly, our claim to fame is barrel whip and minimizing barrel whip by a barrel in tension. Conventionally, when you apply the spanner, you're going to exhibit 8 to 12 pounds of foot-pounds of torque. When we make this assembly, it's 140 foot-pounds of torque. So you have even more rigidity in the barrel.
And it's darn sure not going to come
It's not going to come apart.
undone or apart.
That's
It's
right.
layer, you betcha. Well, that's really that's an exciting development because you folks have really had a good year, and we featured your 445 Super Mag a number of times on our program, and we appreciate you taking time to visit with us today. And we want you to know that we're darn sure in your corner and are great supporters of yours. We appreciate what you folks are doing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at the Loggy Bayou Tree Stands, called A Difference You Can Feel booth, and they have an unusual booth. In fact, they're based from Shreveport, Louisiana, which is in fact where we're from, and we're glad to meet these people. Of course, they have a little different exhibit. You'll notice here's the floor of the convention center, the Astro Domain, and now let's go up to, my gosh, there's a girl in a tree stand. And then we'll look over here, looking around the ceiling, and we've got another girl in a tree stand. In fact, and the list continues. We have a young lady here, and my gosh, there's one more. So they've got a number of girls in tree stands. Trying to make a point, I suppose, but they're really doing with the crowd. They're getting a lot of attention from everybody. And we wish these folks a lot of good luck. The tree stands are well known all over the U.S. of A. One of the young ladies demonstrating how you climb the tree with the Loggy Bayou tree stand. That's great. So you pick up the top one and sit down, and then pull the bottom one up with your feet. And that's how they work. All right. It wasn't too hard, apparently. Hit it, 3, 2, 1. Well, friends, we're here in the MOA booth with a gentleman named Richard Mertz, and he is the inventor, I believe. And he has a very special handgun in his hand. Richard, tell us about the MOA.
It's a single-shot falling block action pistol, and it's to load it. You drop your hammer back, throw your lever forward. It loads from the rear. It is a changeable barrel system. It's a very strong, very consistently accurate piece of equipment.
Of course, these guns. Well, these guns have really established quite a record in silhouette shooting.
Silhouette shooting, it is the gun to beat now. It has been winning all the major events. The consistent accuracy is what is winning. You don't have to worry about the repeatability. It's there. Today's shooting, as competitive as it is, you need every shot to count. And this is where the repeatability comes in. It's just it's been winning big. We're trying to now get into more of the hunting aspect of it. And it's really unique in hunting because a lot of your cartridges, a lot of your old favorites like the 250 Savage or the 243, you can use in the gun. You can just go right out and buy the factory ammo. You don't have to do any special wildcatting. Bring it down to size so that the action can take it. The action is very, very strong. And with the changeable barrel system, if you want a gun that you can hunt bear with, you can get a load that you can hunt bear with. We go all the way up to where you can create as much as 3,000 pounds of energy in muzzle. Or you can go down to a 17 caliber or a 22 caliber and shoot prairie dogs. It is a very unique pistol. Like I said, it's very strong and just good, repeatable accuracy.
Well, we're certainly glad to meet you folks, and I've heard nothing but good things about your gun. In fact, let me put in my request now. I wish you'd loan us one so we could test it on our program and let our audience just see it in action. We appreciate one, Richard. Nice to meet you folks. We sure wish you a lot of good luck in the future.
Thank you.
Here we are in the HKS booth, and as many of you will remember, we have featured HKS speed loaders on more than one occasion on our program, and this is a new product for them. And talk about loading a magazine. So there's got to be a trick to that. My goodness.
Fully loaded.
Well, that's a little different. This is a new product for you, and you're selling this in gun shops, or how are you folks marketing this?
Distributors.
Through distributors?
Distributors, and they sell dealers.
And what do you call this new?
It's called the HKS Magazine Speed Loader.
Magazine Speed Loader. All right, well, let's look at how he's doing that. Let me get a close-up. Well, that is great. Many fewer sore thumbs. That is so neat. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to feature this on our program, and we wish you folks a lot of good luck. Thank you so much. Now, friends, a lot of you will remember this young man from last year's SHOT Show feature we did. This is Gerald Stewart, and you'll notice that he grew a beard during the year since we've seen him. But his video segment was one of our most popular, showing game animals reacting to their wildlife calls. That's true. Well, I mean, let's don't get carried away. But anyway, they're very fine people, and we're just going to check with him and see what they have new for this year. So tell us what you got, Gerald.
Johnny, we've had a number of requests in the last few years from crow hunters for something new in crow hunting. And we heard those requests, and this year we've come out with 2 crow tapes. One is called Crow Reveille, and it's built along the lines of a single crow, and then a double crow, and then 3 crows, and then a group of crows. As they build, when they call to each other and gather in a group. The other is a crow distress with an owl sound. The owl sound is an owl struggling and chittering along with the crow in his distress sound. And I'd love to play one of those for you and show you the kind of quality that you get with Johnny Stewart products.
Well, great. We look forward to it.
This is Crow Reveille. You'll hear it starts off with a single. He goes for a while by himself, and then he's joined by another crow. This is a natural situation for him. Here comes the second one. Now you hear 2 of them. And then they're joined a little bit later by a third, and then a bunch of them.
See, we got one over there.
It worked. That's an Eddie Salter crow.
See, we already got another crow up. Well, Gerald, certainly good to see you folks again this year. And
glad you came by, John.
Wish you all a good success in the future.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And here we are at the Wilson's booth. Let's get Wilson's Gunsmith Services and Parts. And we have a young man named Ron Phillips here, and he is going to tell us they have a new gun. So Ron, show us what you got there.
This is a 130 Master Grade limited package. We basically put this gun together to accommodate the shooter for the limited class competition that's just been started up in Ipsy. It's pretty much full race, everything except weighted barrel, which you cannot use. It's got a standard type barrel and bushing. It's got a tungsten carbide or tungsten guide rod in it, to give it a little extra heft in the front. As you can see, it's got serrations on top, checkered front strap.
I see you've got a magazine well,
very large magazine well opening.
Now this new tactical class is a very, this is kind of an up and coming thing.
Yes, it is.
As far as IPSC goes. You know, the USPSA has been a faithful sponsor of ours for some time now, and we promote anything to do with IPSC shooting because we think it's the best thing to happen to handguns, maybe ever. So this is an exciting new prospect. Now what kind of, would you like to give your price level range this particular gun's in?
If you'll let me grab a price list, I'll make sure I don't.
3, 2, 1. The price on this tactical competition pistol is what you say it was, Ron? About
$1,580 on the customer's gun.
Okay, but the thing to remember is someone can take this particular gun and be competitive as far as equipment-wise with anybody else in the tactical class. So a fine piece of equipment like this really brings it right back to the shooter.
Right.
It won't be the gun, it'll be the shooter.
Right.
Make the difference.
Get to find out what the shooter's about instead of what the game's about.
Can't blame it on the equipment, one way or the other. That's great. Of course, Wilson has so many very fine products, and we hope to be doing some features on some of their work in the near future. Okay, we're here in the Auto Ordnance booth. Of course, they have a number of historical photographs, and of course, this is a model of the original Thompson gun with the drum magazine.
How many were you late for?
Of course, Auto Ordnance builds the 45 version, the 1911 type pistol. They've been in the gun business for a long time. And they're really making some nice looking, you have some new models here, really some nice looking guns. Of course, there's the pistol version of the 45 carbine. Of course, the full stock version with the stick type magazine with the vertical front grip. Some straight, some vertical. That's the types we see in the old gangster movies. Those are the good folks at Auto Ordnance and Gun Parts Corporation. They're in business
Big shot buyers at RSR. In fact, Carol's
anything in the world. If it's a gun.
I'm sorry. That's Richard. That's Hi. Richard.
All right, don't worry about a thing. Here we go. Edit 3, 2, 1. Well, here we are in the buck stock booth, and these folks have all kinds of products. And we have one of the people in charge of buck stock, and her name is Phyllis Garbo. And she's going to tell us a little bit about some of their products. So Phyllis, what are some of the things that you folks have to offer? Tell us about some of your products.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that we're entering our 40th year in business. We're a family-owned, operated company. My father started it back in 1953. We offer a large variety of different products, not only is in the hunting area, but also in the dog training, trapping, fishing, and big game. We offer advertising discounts to the dealer level as well as sales aids. All of our products are 100% guaranteed. And
well, now you folks are based out, you're from Michigan, aren't you?
Based out of Stanton, Michigan.
And I know you've got a lot of very fine hunters and people, outdoors people in that part of the country. We have a strong following with our show in Michigan, so we're very pleased to meet you folks. And certainly, you have all sorts of things that a lot of our viewing audience would be interested in having. And we want to thank you for taking time to speak and visit with us today. And now, I think the women finally wound up in charge. That's what you said?
I'm sorry, what?
The women finally wound up in charge of your business. Am I correct? You have some sisters.
Yes, my father started the company 40 years ago, on a $20 unemployment check, and he had 4 daughters, no sons, and it's in the 2nd generation, and some of the 3rd generation is starting to get into it.
Well, ma'am, that's great, and certainly, we want to also, we have a lot of women who watch our program every week, and so you women now, you've got a place in this outdoor thing just like these men, so it's good to see some very fine people like you folks doing so well.
Thank you very much.
Edit 3, 2, 1. Well, friends, we're over at the Gun Vault booth, and I owe these folks an apology because last year we had done a feature on the gun vault, and our tape, due to lighting conditions, didn't turn out as well as we would like. But today we do have plenty of light. And here's one of their company representatives. This is Julia, and she is going to demonstrate and tell us about the gun vault. So, ma'am, let me turn the program over to you for a moment.
Okay.
Show us the gun vault, okay?
This is the mini vault, gun vault, and this is a rapid access gun safe. What you can do is you can put your handgun in this, and you can keep it away from children or intruders, but get to your gun in seconds. The way it operates is you put your hand on top here, where there's a tactile area. You don't even have to look. Enter your code, and you're into your gun in seconds.
Now then, explain to us one more time how, when you put your hand, and let me get a little better close-up of that. Now, friends, you can see there are grooves for your fingers. Okay, and how is your code set, Judy?
This is a manufacturer code. This is set tapping each button once. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So you would have a code of which fingers to push down,
right,
in what order.
This is programmable to 40,000 different combinations. It takes about 15 to 20 seconds to reprogram.
Now, looking at this box is all steel. And
16 gauge.
16 gauge. It can be bolted down. It's not going to be something that they're going to walk off with.
Right.
You're not going to take a screwdriver or something and just take this off its mounting.
Right.
This is a serious container.
It can also be mounted in any orientation. Its spring-loaded door can work upside down as well as horizontal or vertically.
On some side. Now then, where can someone interested? Now, this is a great idea. You know, in some parts of the country now, there are regulations on what people have to do to safeguard their guns, especially for children.
Safe storage.
Yes. So, how can people find out more about your product?
You can get a hold of Gun Vault Incorporated at P.O. Box 9070.
Hold that up. Let's see if I can zoom in around. I don't. It may be too small for our camera.
That's 3201 University Boulevard, Southeast, in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The product is made in the United States and New Mexico. The zip on date is 87119-9707.
How about the phone number?
Their 800 toll-free number
that's
is
what we need.
800-622-4903.
1-800-622-4903. Okay, well, Julie, we appreciate very much you taking time to visit with us.
Great.
And we look forward to seeing you folks on our program soon.
Thanks for stopping by.
Okay, bye.
3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, you realize, okay, we're edit 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm standing here with a good friend, Jerry Kingsbury, as you well know. Sir, have we had a SHOT Show?
Oh, yes. This has been one heck of a fantastic SHOT Show. Confusing.
Great. I would say that, sir. We have seen so many new products. Okay, speaking of new products, I believe that Jerry here has a very fine new holster design.
Oh, quite a few things, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, sell me a holster, Jerry.
Well, for example, this holster is called the Stick It, and Black Ballistic shows up so well on television, I know. This is made from waterproof black ballistic nylon, waterproof doeskin suede lining, and it's sewn with thread that's a generic equivalent of Kevlar. And we use all industrial grade Velcro on it. And in this wonderful age of carjacking and things like this, you need to have something where a gun is instantly handy. And also, for a lot of women, if they're carrying a gun in their purse, they want to have something where the gun is going to be in the same spot all the time as opposed to rattling around loose
or just even in a holster wrapped around it. So we call this the stick it. What you do is, I can just cover up your Shoot Show logo there, but I won't. But what you do is you take one of these self-stick Velcro pads and you attach this to, say, like the visor of an automobile, if it's safe to do so. You attach it to your car seat, to the inside of a woman's purse, inside of a briefcase, any place where you might need a gun. And the holster comes with 3 different Velcro fuzz pads. And more of these are available quite recently. So then what you do is fine. Let's say you've got, let's say you're a wall, and you've got this stuck here.
Thank you very much.
There you go. And then typecasting. No, and then you want to put it someplace else. Just peel it off and stick it to the next spot.
Which is a good idea.
That's right. This is for little 25 automatics and the Seacamp Double Action 32. Now we also have them for medium frame autos like the Walther PPK and for J-frame Smiths and similar little snubby revolvers.
And I would like to say the workmanship is really good on those.
Good.
Yes, it is.
I'm impressed. I'm always
Well, since we're here, show us something else.
Well, you're going to twist my arm. I'll tell you. This is a holster that we're really, really fond of. And I know this looks like a sea of ballistic, but I'll explain how this works. Now let me put a gun in here to make it a little bit easier.
Let me mention, this is, you've heard the newscaster say the proverbial plastic gun. This is, in fact, the proverbial plastic gun. This one will get through any airport. Of course, it won't shoot either. So this is, if one's going through an airport metal detector, well, this is the one you want because it won't shoot.
Okay. Well, if you take this on an airplane, it'll plus me.
No, I would not yet. Would you recommend edit? Edit. You know, somebody go down there and do it.
He said.
All right, man, we're, yeah, you ready?
All right. Let me show you how this works. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Let me show you how this works, John. Please. If you hold this for just a second.
Yes, I will.
A holster, just like everything else we make, is totally ambidextrous. It's equally well suited to both men and women. And it's waterproof doeskin, suede lining, waterproof ballistic shell on the outside, and the whole routine. And let me show you how this works exactly. I'll take this plastic gun that we have here, and we're going to put this into the holster here. And the thumb brake is totally ambidextrous, and it's metal reinforced on both sides.
And also adjustable.
Yeah, well, no, this isn't adjustable, because this one is just for this gun specific. We only make this holster. It's called Professional Gear Mill Swap. And we only make this holster for the SIG 226 size guns, the 228 size guns. So we've got 2 different frame sizes there. Both frame sizes of block. And we also make it for the Beretta and Taurus. Okay? And here's how it works. Normally speaking, you would hold this. Thank you, I appreciate it. You're going to hold that, thank you. Yes. Normally speaking, if you were wearing this, you'd be wearing this under your arm in a diagonal or horizontal position, right? But you might not, and of course it's totally ambidextrous on both sides. Now, you might not want to carry it in a shoulder holster. Hold that too.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, you put these 2 Fastex buckles together, and this becomes a highly concealable FBI cast ambidextrous belt holster, and you thread it on, thread the belt through here, then thread the belt through your trouser loop, and then thread it through here, and this hugs the body like crazy. But you may need to have a holster that can be worn in a vertical position because of some operation that you're involved with, or that may just be more comfortable for you at the time. Now, in this position, it's not as concealable. It's not really that concealable. I'll show you how this works. This is really, if I do say so myself, and modesty, you know, is always my watchword. Yes, but this is really ingenious. What you do is, first of all, you have this little piece. Innocent enough looking. You take the buckles on the harness and swap them back and forth. Then you attach to this snap right here, and it's hard to do with a gun in it. There you go. Then you open up this portion and you leave this closed, and we've got Velcro there to keep it closed. And you attach this then to the remaining harness tail. This is here. Then you take your tie down and you attach the tie down to the other snap, which you would have used if you were left-handed. And you've got a chest holster or armpit holster that pivots as you're using it when you're making the draw, and is perfectly secure. And I know you're amazed, but let me tell you what feature. I am. This holster, folks know this does work. Yes, it does. The reason we know this is Jerry has loaned us some experimentation on just wearing it and using it on human subjects. Right, as in yours truly, and it does in fact work. The materials really want to compliment their materials, and the pricing is real good on it. Yeah, it is real good. This rig is not as real good as some of our other rigs. This is suggested retail of $104.50, but you get them. Yeah, you've got 3 holsters, yeah, and you've got a double mag pouch that you can wear on your belt, or you can wear on the shoulder and the shoulder. And it comes. I want to tell you one more thing here. It comes with 2 sets of magazine retention straps. One for standard length magazines, one for the extended length magazines that are so commonly used in law enforcement. And you can of course wear this on your belt in a variety of ways. And it's just the next best thing to hot buttered popcorn, sliced bread, or 5-cent beers. And the question is, in fact, how can we get more information? Do we have a catalog? Yes, as a matter of fact, we do happen to have. Gosh, look at that. I've got one in my pocket. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. I'll give you a catalog. Well, here you go. But if someone else wants a catalog who's not right here, what they can do is simply just write to Ahern Enterprises, or they can dial 1-800-285-1245. That's 1-800-285-1245. 1245. And we'll send you one. And we take Visa, MasterCard, and everything else. Even money. You have to have ID for money. Yeah. Well, you know, for those of you who read Jerry's column at Guns and Ammo magazine and see this man's picture, and he's looking so stern and all, he's really a nice guy. I mean, this is a funny guy. No, I'm not sticking about that. Jerry, it's awful good to be with you folks here. It's good to be with you. And hey, we've had fun. I think we have. I think we've had some good fun. Yeah. It would sell some of these folks. Oh, I think it will. They all deserve it. Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Friends, here we are at the Executive Edge booth, and that is such a neat way of writing their name. A whole bunch of knives back there in the background. And we have this young man right here on my left, Mr. Dale Rowell. My pleasure. Sir, it's good to see you again this year. Sell me a knife, Dale.
I'd like to show you the Executive.
Sell me a knife.
I've got a 420 stainless steel knife here, and the convenience of a pocket clip, the shirt pocket. A shaven, sharp, straight-edge blade firmly locks into place. Then I separate that side to unlock and close and back in the shirt pocket.
And you know, a lot of our folks won't realize how handy a short pocket knife is. And well, in your hand, that's a little different. You know, a lot of clothing now does not have pockets that are easy to get in and out of. And these are such fine. This is like a surgical instrument, and it is so handy up there in your pocket.
Have you ever reached in your pants pocket for a knife while seated? Said shucks.
Not successfully.
Said shucks, darn, or oh my gosh, or something.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
You see, with this knife, we give you a gentlemanly way to carry a knife. Help you clean up your language in the same time.
Well said.
Not too bad.
Well said.
We also have, in addition to that, these larger knives function the same way. Drop open, lock up, side separation, unlock, and will fold backwards into a defensive position, or use as a scribe, cutting away from you. Handy, unique, convenient.
Oh, yes. Most impressive.
Put a hand on that. 420 stainless steel, 13% chrome, hologram.
And sharp.
58 on the Z scale. That's what you deserve, only the best. I wouldn't send you anything you didn't deserve.
And I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's only $69.95. Includes a scabbard. Loop, so it can go either way.
You remember the man from Australia now? That's a knife.
Right. Thank you.
That is a knife. Beautiful.
You're obviously very discerning.
Yes, I'm obviously a very discerning customer.
Appreciate it. Thank you for taking your time.
Thank you so much. Now, how can our folks...
We'd like to help you on that.
Well, that's as good a sales pitch as you can make. How can our people buy this product?
Well, you can call 800 number 1-800-334-3790. Or you can send your order into P.O. Box 1023, Fair Oaks, California 95628. Either way, your credit card, your check will do it, so we'd be most happy to deal with you.
Well, let's do that 800 number one more time,
1-800-334-3790. And for you, your credit card's good, your check's good. If you'll vouch for it, I'll even accept your cash.
Okay, I'll give you one of his checks, that's right.
Very good, that's all right, thank you.
Anyway, edit 3, 2, 1. We're over in the Taurus booth, and of course, you folks know we have great admiration for the Taurus line of handguns. This is a new gun for them that Kurt is holding here. This is sort of a new departure. It's an 8+1 double action 9mm. It's the most attractive gun. It looks like a very popular and expensive gun from Europe, in fact. I think you're going to see that when you examine it. So this is really an exciting new gun. Get a little bit better look here. Let's see the other side of that, Kurt, please, sir. It is really an attractive and well-made gun. Of course, being Taurus, it retains the frame-mounted safety. You can cock the gun, and it's safe to go on in the cock position. Also, you can uncock the gun without having to, or decock it without having to touch the trigger by just mashing the safety levers down, ambidextrous safety. So this is really going to be an exciting new gun from Taurus, and we wish them a lot of luck.